Greetings, flesh creatures. It is I, Megatron. On behalf of TFYLP, I want to congratulate you for listening to the most refined collective podcast on this miserable little planet Earth. Yes. Here you'll find knowledgeable fans discussing every aspect of Transformers and beyond. Now, enjoy the show while I continue my path to complete conquest of all of you miserable biological entities. Predacons, terrorize!
Hello, welcome
Just
to...
checking.
What's that? We're live, Christian, just FYI.
You know, I always gotta say something weird right at the beginning.
There you go. That's how we roll. So, welcome to TFLP Microcasters. I'm Lucas, and I'm joined tonight by Christian.
What up?
So, Anna, I don't even know if anyone's actually watching now because I put the stream up like a minute ago and didn't actually send the link to any social media. So this is you know, I do this amazing job of promoting things. So yeah.
Okay, we'll talk to each other, and then if someone shows up, they'll be like, "Aha, it's two dudes talking to each other."
Yeah, there you go. Well, and then also Anna's not here tonight because I guess she's sick or something. I don't know.
We hope she gets better very soon.
So yeah,
because we miss her.
Yeah, it sounds like I don't know if she just has a cold. I don't know. Hopefully, so.
I don't think she specified.
No, she didn't. Just that she was not feeling well. So anyway, so we decided to pull from some of the figures that we have that she doesn't have since she won't be on the show, and so we're doing the elusive Cosmos.
Oh.
So. Yeah, as a Christian, yeah, there you go. You got it in frame now. So this has been like the hot figure that everyone has been, you know, upset that they can't get. I actually have not seen any locally, which I feel is a little weird for me because normally I think I can always get it. Now, although to be fair, I haven't like went all over town, but I know people have complained in my local Facebook group that they haven't been able to get them either. That like every Walmart they go to, it's gone. So, and I know the ones that I've went to, I've seen the other figures, but no Cosmos. So, but
we ordered ours on Pulse. They arrived very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I kind of feel like that Pulse is just worth it.
Oh, yeah.
I know you can't, I mean, sometimes this stuff sells out pretty quickly on Pulse as well, but the experience is just so much better of that compared to Walmart. I don't know. I just don't want to deal with, like, you know, worrying about them shipping it out or not shipping out, and, you know, so I'd rather just get it on Pulse.
Yep.
If I can.
And as long as you're ready, you can get it at Pulse.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Well, I rely on you for this, Christian, so...
Oh, well then, rely on me and I'll be prepared. That's how you do it.
So, or I get enough, you know, like on my social media to know that things are up if I'm checking, I guess. So... Oh, there we go. Adam in the chat says that he had to pay the eBay price for it. Wow.
Oh, no.
I don't know what is the eBay price anyway. I'm curious. I haven't looked that up.
Probably a lot.
Yeah. But I kind of feel like, I mean, that's the thing that's really hard with a lot of these figures is that if you're collecting mainline and that's what you collect, it's hard to, you know, then go through. I know Anna does it where, you know, she kind of collects here and there. But I would have a hard time getting the, you know, Legends or third party or whatever and then putting it in, like, if everything else I had was mainline.
I agree. But we know that Anna collects differently than the two of us do. You and I are pretty similar.
So Adam says his was 70 plus 10 shipping. So,
Oof.
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's That's not like I feel like if I had a figure like this where I couldn't have gotten it, like I usually am like kind of double the price, but I don't know. I might splurge on so, but
Well, we're going to talk about why you might splurge on this figure.
that is true. So I guess I just have him in bot mode here. So he comes with I don't know. Do you consider it 2 accessories or 1? It has a
I
little
think
flag.
it's 2.
It's a little flag and a gun. You can pull the flag out.
And he has never had a gun like this before. This is new. Pretty simple, but it's cool.
Yeah, it sounds like some people were paying even more exorbitant prices in the beginning, which I don't know that I would. So the only thing that stinks a little bit on this, so the flag is green, and they painted it. So the paint is very nice, but of course, if you do it like me and you put it in there, then the edge will the paint will chip off. So, but what are you gonna do? Otherwise, I'm gonna lose this. So.
I threw it in my bin. And that is where
Could
it
do that
rests,
too.
I suppose.
Could do that as well.
It's a neat accessory. I just don't need him to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can see that.
But he definitely looks like Cosmos in bot mode. It's another one of the great mini vehicle to deluxe size class conversions. He's great up there. He's up there with Clip Jumper and Huffer, Warpath. I've really enjoyed the amount of articulation and detailing they can give these characters at this price point.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is when they originally announced these guys like Cliff Jumper, and you're like, oh man, $20 for a mini bot, but then I don't know. I feel like coming out with the core class figures after getting these, I'm disappointed by core class honestly, and there's nothing like core class is exactly the same as what the old Legends class was, where it's similar levels of articulation, all that. But this day and age, like I just after getting these types of figures, it's hard to go back to that. So I'm really happy. I don't love paying, whatever, like the deluxe class price, or even more potentially. But to get a Cosmos like this, where you're like, okay, this is the Cosmos that, like fits into.
This is the Cosmos to end all Cosmoses. Yeah. Right.
So
he's got some good articulation. I like the articulation in his head because it's just on a ball joint, but it gives him enough to do oh look, I'm a interesting spaceman.
Right.
His shoulders are good. They lock in for transformation, and then they move pretty well. It's got a waist. Got wrist swivels. I think he's got wrist swivels, right?
Yes. Or no.
But as a result of that, he does not have wrist swivel?
He does not. Because he does the little trick where it flips in, for transformation.
Oh, right. He's got the gaps to do the flippy thing.
And then he has a gap. So, like, that's what I'd say is the only negative, for the guy is that he does have his, the hollow arms, but I don't know.
And they're fairly large. They're larger than normal because he has a weird looking alt mode, and that's how it has to look.
Yeah.
It being in a dark plastic helps, though. Kind of hides the gaps in the shadows.
Ron says core is not for us. It's a cheap entry port for kids. And, I would agree with that. Like, I think...
depends on which ones, but yeah.
Well, they've pretty much been mainly doing that. Like, there's a couple, like, Wheelie and Rat Trap where they're trying to keep the scale. But for the most part, I think that they've, pretty much, like, are using it for main character versions for kids, and I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that part of the reason that a lot of us have an affinity for a Cosmos or a Bumblebee or whatever it may be is the fact that that's what we had when we were kids, because when you go to the store and your mom might spend $5 on you, but she's not going to spend 10 or 20. Then you got your Cosmos.
Even I had one as a kid, but I didn't get him at a store.
But I will say he's very well painted. Like I think that's what I really like. He's a premium feel with him, just with the paint. Like his chest looks really nice. Like just the paint on the arms, on the head, the legs. The details.
Yeah, he looks really nice. Here he is in alt mode. And he's super cool. Now he's in doorbell mode. Ding dong. Yeah, it's a circular flying saucer. None of the stylings that we saw on like the Thrilling 30 type figure, which is okay. That was a different objective, kind of making a new look for him. This is a classic look. This is what he looks like in the show. That paint from his chest still shines through here. That is not his actual head. That is a faux part, but that's okay. On the bottom, he cleans up fairly well. Nice yellow detailing there. It's the same detailing from his arms. And he's got a cool space racing stripe on the front. I like that a lot. Plus the two-tone green. It's got green plastic and then green paint. Yeah. So for two-tonedness, I like it a lot.
It looks really nice.
And it shows up again on his thrusters / hand blasters.
So I'd say my only complaint with his alt mode is that it is a little bit tall.
A little bit tall.
If they could have, I don't know. I mean, at the price and what they're doing, I'm not sure that they could have, done anything about that. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a little tall, but I think it's a sacrifice to make their proportions work in bot mode. So.
Right. Yeah,
that's fine.
And that's the thing is like, I feel like bot mode is kind of the star. Like, he makes the UFO mode. He is always a goofy UFO as it was, and it's not like there's a realistic mode that you're trying to emulate. It's always going to kind of look like that. So.
Yep. I've got his gun pegged onto the side. He's got 5mm ports. You can just put them there. Instructions say you can put it in the back with the flag or whatever. I've just got it here. Not a good central line to put it on, unfortunately. But that's okay. You can just... Boom. Now no blaster. I like him a ton. I don't think he should have been in the Velocitron line. And we all know that he shouldn't have been short-packed to the degree that he was, right? We all know that. But in a world where the Velocitron racers are like all supercars and race cars and cool looking, like, this doesn't fit. I know they made him like, oh, he's the announcer and he hovers along, but they're not really pushing fiction, at least in North America, or not, I guess, at least in not Japan, so the rest of the world. So like, what does that matter? Why is he there? Why wasn't his spot taken by like another race car character or motorcycle character? And then he was made a mainline release because he's a new mold, totally new mold. The original intent was to make him a heavy retool of the Origin Bumblebee, but they found some extra money to make a new tool for him. So I don't know. It's an awkward placement.
I'm trying to remember, is Velocitron, does it have 5 deluxes or 4?
5.
See that? Like, I don't understand why
that doesn't make sense either.
Why did they do that?
Yeah.
Because
waves are 4 deluxes or 3 deluxes.
Well, why didn't they just do 4 and then they could have done 2 per character instead of doing 2 that were short packed and do 5? Like, it's just such a weird thing.
We have heard several times throughout this, I'm going to call it an episode rather than anything else, from the Hasbro people that we can talk to that have contact with us, that the case assortments are a Walmart decision, not a Hasbro decision. Walmart supposedly has a dude that knows pop culture, so they can make good decisions on their exclusives. I guess that guy maybe did not know Transformers, or that guy doesn't work there anymore. I haven't heard from him in a long time. I don't know. it's a all of this is a weird thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they decide on the characters and whatever, because I don't know. The assortments seem kind of odd to me, again, like you were saying. So, like, I really like all the Velocitron stuff. I think that
They're all good.
all the characters they picked and all that is kind of nice that they had a lot of interesting, unique characters, and it wasn't just like a repaint or whatever of something that they did in the past. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird to me that they did that. I don't know. That's one thing in general with some of the exclusives that they've done, and I just wonder if they're going to end up putting Cosmos in some kind of set down the line, because, like, now that we have Ironhide, and I don't know if we're going to get like a G1 Prowl, or what version of Prowl it is on that like leak list. But it's just like some of the characters where they're throwing them in as exclusives. It's like frustrating,
Yeah, it's nice that they're coming out, but I mean, I guess you have to ask yourself, at what point do they stop putting? What point does main character stop? Is Cosmos a main character? Are Ramjet and Dirge and Thrust main characters? Ironhide, I would say yes. Prowl, I would say yes, but the other guys,
I don't know. To me, I feel like any of the characters that were like on the show in seasons 1 through 3 like count as main characters.
Maybe.
And so, like, anything else, like if it's G2 or if it was like season 4 or whatever, I wouldn't necessarily count that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, and I would suspect that the retailers that carry exclusives don't want, D through Z listers. They want some good characters every once in a while too. And maybe B is what they can get at Walmart. I don't know.
Well, and I mean, at Walmart, they've had some pretty good versions of, of course, Bumblebee, like, we've gotten, 1,000 other versions of him. So technically, even if you, maybe you think that that's the best one, and so then it's lame that that's an exclusive, or the Soundwave, but like, I don't know, you could get other versions of those characters like in the main line, whereas like this, like, I mean, this is pretty much it. So I don't know.
Yeah, unless you go back.
Unless you go back and get the Thrilling 30, right?
Yeah, or it's re-released in Titantron. Same figure. One has a Micromaster, one doesn't. But I would recommend getting this, but I don't know that I can recommend getting it at the eBay prices. I don't feel comfortable saying go spend $80 on this deluxe, because you just shouldn't.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, again, it's that, like, if this is your main collection and you really like this version of Cosmos, I think you have to just decide if it's like worth it, to you. Like, I've been there and I've, gotten stuff off of eBay or, whatever, but I don't know. It's hard to say that, but like this too is like, I don't think that, I mean, who knows like what they'll do in the future, if they will do another run of it or not. That's the thing. I don't feel like Walmart normally does that, and that's whereas like Target, like, it seems like that they usually re-up their exclusives, and so even if you're like, that initial run runs out, like the Earthrise Seekers set that they had, like, it came back in after the initial run.
Yeah, Mark and other representatives have talked to us a couple times about how mold exclusivity works, which we didn't know was a thing until earlier this year. So, like, I think Walmart has weirdness in their contracts with these. Like, we finally saw the Volkswagen Bumblebee mold come back this summer at Target with Goldbug, but we still haven't seen the Earth Soundwave come back. Where is that? It said we got the Siege one redone in Legacy. This is exclusive tooling to Walmart. So is Override, for that matter. So when do they get to come back? Do they get to come back? They probably do, but it's probably a matter of of 2 or 3 years.
The one thing I'll say about Soundwave though is he turns into a box, and I know that like for us it's important, to get the box, right?
Yeah.
But like to the average person shopping at Walmart, they probably don't care about that, and they don't even know what that is. And so, like that's where I think it's probably fine for most of them, like the target market. So.
Additionally, Target exclusives come in single cases, and Walmart exclusives tend to come in assortments. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Like, could they run just Cosmos out of the assortment, or they have to run the whole assortment again? Is that how the deals are made? It's some sort of corporate dealing that dictates this assortment, these figures to exist, and how do you untangle that to make them exist again? I don't know. All I can do is speculate.
Walmarts have restocked somewhat. I haven't seen a lot of it. Like, I feel like it happens less frequently than Target, but I could be wrong. But again, it may just
quit going to Walmarts. I really did.
It may just be again too that they're doing a whole like wave and not, like solid cases of some of the exclusives. So
I really cannot advocate for getting Pulse Premium every year more than I can at this moment, because that's what allowed me to have this figure, and I really like it, and I want you guys to have it too. But I get it. You shouldn't have to pay a $50 premium per year to get it. But for me, it's really worth it to not ever go to Walmart again in my life. I mean, you guys out there hunting, how many stores have you hit? Just for this figure where it hasn't been there. How many times have you done that over the years? I just decided I was done.
Yeah, I think the only thing with that is again, like, if you didn't like get on it like when it went up,
it was up for about 45 minutes.
Yeah. So,
which I know is not a ton of time. Just exactly, if you're prepared, you can do it.
Right. So,
and I know that not everyone has. Anyway, I can't recommend it enough.
Right. I was gonna say, Ron says that he's selling for 50 to 55 on Mercury now. So I do think that like it's not exclusive in Asia and places like that. So like you may be able to get some of these, this guy overseas.
Yeah, if you can order from like HLJ or whatever. I don't know if he's still in stock over there. I haven't looked. But yes, not exclusive there. It might be a little bit easier to get.
But again, like I'm very happy with this. I don't know. It's odd on some of the characters where there's a few you get in from Hasbro, and you're like, it's all right, whatever. And then there's other ones like this and G-Axis where you're just like, wow, like they really put the effort in. Like I think this is a really nice figure.
I agree. I like him a lot. I feel like we're getting a lot more of those, wow, this is a lot of effort figures recently, and I'm very happy with that, and I hope that continues. More mini-bots of this scale. Let's finish them up. Sounds like we're getting Beachcomber and Brawn and maybe Gears next year. Which then would get Outback and Swerve. I thought Gears was back on the list. Maybe I made that up. I
can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard.
Brawn and Beachcomber for sure. The other one, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I didn't remember Gears being on the list, but maybe he is. And then Windcharger. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a new Windcharger too.
Yeah, definitely Windcharger. Brawn, Gears, Windcharger finish up the art crew.
Yep.
And they will be made at this scale. It's just a matter of time.
They have to be made because there's other characters that they can easily repaint, remold them into. So
yeah, you have Outback, Swerve, and Tailgate. 2 of those are beloved Lost Light characters. One is just an Australian awesome dude.
So, and Ron says that Tarantulas is a hell of a deluxe figure. So,
we'll talk about him when Anna gets better because she really wants to talk about him. Don't you worry, Ron.
So, yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think. He is definitely a really nice figure, has a lot of personality. I would highly recommend him. It's up to you kind of like how much you're willing to spend if you or how much you're willing to track him down.
I agree with that sentiment. Like, if you want to go pay the eBay prices, that's cool. Just don't say that we sent you to do that. Yeah. Can't be, damn you, Christian! I spent $80 on a deluxe. You can't put that on me. I like him very much. I don't know that I would pay that much for him. You might pay that much for him. That's up to you.
Yeah, right. So, I don't think I've spent that much on a figure like that. So I don't know. I guess I got that the bump of chicken Bumblebee.
Yes, you did get the bump of chicken Bumblebee.
Yeah. So I got that finally, and I think I spent like 80 or something like that on that. But for that was a deal or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Something. I'm not sure I've done it since like eHobby exclusive days.
Yeah, I
like
normally
Deadlock
try not
or something
to do that kind of stuff. So I don't know.
Spent $80 on deluxe lately? I don't think so.
Well, it's funny too because I know you talk about that with third party, right? Like you had, gosh, what was the third party toy that you had? Was it Sideswipe?
Oh, the bull Sideswipe?
Yeah. Where you're like, oh man, this was like $90 or something. And you're like, oh, this isn't worth 90, to me, kind of thing. And so if you're going by that standards, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would not spend $80 on this. I'm glad I didn't have to. I'm sorry that others have to, if they want it.
Yeah.
Try to hold out for the
no
Japanese market release.
Right.
If you can get a pre-order in for that.
I'd probably try to spend that much, but
yeah. Just be careful. Don't be crazy about it. I know it's hard to not be crazy about these things because that's how our brains work when we do the collecting. But try.
Oh, Ron asks, how many years do we have to wait for Scrounge and Blue GoBot guy?
Scrounge, probably never. I'm gonna go out and say never. Pathfinder, who's a female character, I think we will see her in about 2 years.
So what you're saying is that the Combiner Wars Scrounge that I have sealed in my box with my American Computron, that I'll still be safe. That set's going to be worth the money because it's not going to come back out as.
Is that set worth money now?
I don't know. I think so. I have.
Okay, then yeah, probably.
I
really like that
I don't
set.
think it's worth a lot of money. It's just worth I think more than retail because of it, because of the exclusivity.
I really like that set. I like both Computrons now that they both have upgrades. And when I weeded through to do my stuff for TFCon, I kept both of them again. So
there you go.
I don't know. Scrounge might. Okay, I'm gonna reverse. Scrounge has a 10% chance of coming out in a PulseCon exclusive set kind of thing.
I mean, it's hard to say on some of these, who
if they wanted to do a Marvel colored blaster and Scrounge pack. That might be a thing, or a 3-pack of Blaster Perceptor and Scrounge. Something. If after Shattered Glass they can't do Shattered Glass for IDW for whatever reason, they do Marvel colored stuff, and we finally get Purple Soundwave. That kind of line might have Scrounge.
Ron says
but I'm really
the Computron set's over 200. I don't know. I haven't looked it up on eBay prices lately,
so maybe Scrounge in something like that. He would have to be an exclusive somewhere.
Yeah, I could see it as an exclusive though. And definitely as a repaint, because the thing is, how many repaints are you gonna get of Cosmo?
One.
This is the thing it seems weird to me that they do semi new tooling for an exclusive that's one per case or whatever. It's such a weird.
It is weird, but I think the Pathfinder thing will come because we've gotten Bug Bite and Road Ranger so far. So they're gonna. I think they'll finish the eHobby GoBots dudes. I think Treads is probably on the way somewhere. Gosh, I hope so. It's been a while since Warpath came out. And then we would need a Power Glide for Bad Boy. This would be Pathfinder. And am I missing one? Are there 5 of them? 6 of them? Bug Bite, Road Ranger, Pathfinder, Treads, and Bad Boy. that it? And then the 3 that were in the story that didn't actually come out as toys: Jeeper Creeper, Man of War, and the truck dude. Major Mo? Oh, he's a motorcycle. I don't know. I guess I'm sorry. GoBots are not my thing. Peter's not here to help me.
Oh, man. Way to go.
There's one more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. It's all the catalog color mini bots, and they get GoBot identities assigned to them. I don't know why that happened, but kind of neat. It's like the red beachcomber and the weird blue and red sea spray. I'd like to see those come out with more Seekers like Nacelle and the other 2 prototype 85 Seekers. All that stuff. Bring them out.
Sure.
New characters. Maybe we'll do that after the Diaclone line's finished.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I just need to go work at Hasbro and be in charge of repaints. I'll help us all out.
Yeah.
Promise. I just don't know all the GoBots names. I'm sorry. I'll study up. I'll know them for next time.
Catherine is impressed by your depth of knowledge, Christian. So
thank you,
you're adding
Catherine.
Much more than me. So
that's why you guys recruit me for stuff.
Okay, so Ron says the last Mint Seals box on Computron on eBay sold for $350. It's pretty big. I feel like I may have to like pack that up for TFCon. I don't know, man.
You might.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It's a lovely set. I know it's not everyone's favorite because it's not super G1 accurate like the Unite Warriors, but it's nice. It's updated.
Yeah.
And it has ground.
So.
Anyway. And bolt axe, kind of.
I can't remember from Monday's show like what they're doing for book club.
They're doing Optimus Prime 12 and 13.
I thought it was it 13 and 14? Is it 12 and 13?
It might be 13 and 14.
Oof. Don't want to
it's in that range of Optimus Prime issues. Yeah. I thought it was 12 and 13.
It probably is.
Could be 13 and 14.
But yeah, that's on the tftalk.net Discord on Sunday nights at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. So check that out. But
yes, it is.
Go into the Discord and confirm with them.
Smallfoot from Gears. That's the one I was missing. It's a set of 6.
There you go.
Whew. I feel better. Apologies for interrupting. I had to vomit my GoBot knowledge at you.
No. I appreciate that. You know, finishing that up. So, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, and Anna will be better, hopefully, presumably.
Yeah, we'll see. We can't promise anything, so cross our fingers. So, but yeah, thanks guys for. Everyone in the chat. Thanks to Ron and Adam earlier and Catherine. So, yeah, that's it. So, all right. Oh, and then upcoming Monday, we'll talk about the announcements. So, Friday at, what are they announcing?
1:15 my time.
1:15 Eastern. And then the figures go up on sale. What would we say? 5 o'clock?
5 for premium.
Yeah.
6 for everyone else.
So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and we will see you next week.
Bye.